Buddy, and welcome back to my yeah, I can really talk, guys. Welcome back to my modded survival let's play. And between episodes, I've done a lot of stuff. I've got some sugarcane growing. That'll be for the Tinker's Construct stuff a little bit later on. I went to the towns and got the smeltery stuff. And up here, you will see my first build. It's going to be all this land over here all around. This is going to be a huge, like an industrial factory type build. I figured this area, the land is kind of desolate, so my thought behind it is this factory is doing what all factories do in real life. They affect the land negatively. So I'm trying to copy that. Not like I'm pro factory or anything, because that's a whole nother thing I won't get into in this series, but anyhow, I just thought that that build would fit in this area. I've went ahead and I've smelted up some glass because we're going to need some glass for our building, of course. And I've done a lot of mining in between episodes too. I've got a bunch of copper, aluminum, things like that. I've leveled up my tools. And a little bit later on, I will show you, once we get our smeltery up, I will show you how to upgrade your tinker tools. But they do all need to be repaired up to like brand new level. This one here is broken, and I've killed a lot of zombies and skeletons and things like that. And one of the zombie heads we got that I said would come in handy. You see where it says jagged reinforced 2 zombie head. When you upgrade a weapon or tool, and iguana's tinker twinks with like a zombie head, it ups the mining level. See where it says mining level copper? That's because I put the zombie head on that pickaxe, which is a really cool thing. I've set up a crucible here from Ex Nihilo, and what that does is when you put cobblestone in it, it melts the cobblestone down into lava. So I'm going to do that because we're going to need lava production for our smeltery. And since we're talking about smelteries, I'm going to get into that right now. These are all the bricks or the blocks and everything from, I salvaged those 3 smelteries from the 3 different towns here. And I also made some grout, made some seared brick. And I'll show you 2 different ways you can make grout. First way is you take a clay ball, piece of gravel, piece of sand. That's the first way you can make grout. The second way is if you take a clay brick and put clay and gravel, then like this you get 8. And I will go ahead and I'll throw these 10 in the furnace. And once you make the grout, you have to smelt them down. When they smelt, they turn into seared bricks. See, seared bricks. Then in order to make these, you have to go to a crafting table and make seared bricks, just like you would with clay. But I'm not going to make those. I do need some other things in order to make the smeltery. Place the seared bricks in a shape like a furnace. You get a smeltery controller. And you also get the book Mighty Smelting. Now, you need another thing. You need a piece of glass in the center. You need the seared tank. This is where the lava goes that powers your furnace. Then you need another brick that's shaped like this. I'm going to need I think about 4 of these. And as you see, for the casting basin, they're made like that. Then casting tables, of which I have plenty of, are made like this. I'm going to need smeltery drains. This is what allows you to pull the molten metals out of your smeltery. But in order to use the drains, you need seared faucets. And I'll show you in just a second how to put all of this stuff together. I've already dug out a place here where I'm going to put my smeltery. And bear in mind, you don't have to build the smeltery this big. I'm only doing this because I want to get a lot of processing done because I have a lot of different metals to smelt down. But the first thing you need to do is you need to make a base for it, which is like this. Whoops. And I will take this down. And I put it on peaceful while I was doing a few things, but I'm going to turn it back on easy now so I'm not cheating. And I'm going to run back to my house real quick and sleep. Then we'll get back into it. Let the night go over here. Alright, now, to head back out, now we're going to actually build the smeltery. And like I said, bear in mind, guys, it does not have to be this big. You can build like a 3x3 and it'll work just fine. However, for the time being, I'm going to build it like this. Now I'm going to take the smeltery controller, put it there, the seared tank, put that there, throw in another brick there. I fill that side with bricks. And I think I'm just going to take this out for right now. And you'll have to put in your drains. 2, 3, 4. Then these seared faucets, they go onto the drains like this. This is where you're going to pull out all of your metal, like I said before. And I'm going to dig down into here, like this. Oh, and how to tell if your smeltery gets built right, to where it's usable. Your smeltery controller will light up and you'll actually be able to have an inventory here. I'll show you what it looks like if it's not built right. See, the fire's out and you can't really do anything. You can still put stuff in, but it doesn't do anything. So I'm going to fix that real quick. And there, it's built. Alright. I'm just going to build it this high for right now. You see I have a lot of bricks. I'm going to build upwards. The higher up you build, basically the more you can put into your smeltery. And the more it'll be able to do. Basically, it gives it a bigger internal inventory. Alright, now if you put metals in right now, they're just going to sit there and they're not going to do anything. So, first thing you have to do is you have to put lava in the seared tank. I've got some lava here. I believe it may be finished. No, it's not finished yet. But what I'm going to do just to start is I'm going to steal the lava out of the blacksmith here. Just so we can get it up and running with 2 buckets of lava. Excuse me, guys. From iguana tinker twigs, I made a couple clay buckets. You can use them with water however many times you want, and you'll still have them. However, with lava, you only use them once and then they melt or disappear, break, whatever you want to say. That's how you make the clay buckets. You have to make an unfired clay bucket, and once you have the unfired clay bucket, you just throw it into a furnace, wait for it to smelt, and then you'll have a fired clay bucket. And once you have some lava, you put it into the seared tank. When you go in here, you'll see it inside. It'll say fuel, 2,000 millibuckets, which is 2 buckets. What I want to make right now is aluminum brass. It's 1 copper to 3 aluminum. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then you throw in copper. And once the stuff melts, you'll see it here. So right at the moment I have 15 ingots of aluminum. If you melt ingots, you only get 1-to-1 ratio. If you put in ores, it'll double. See, I put in 8 copper ores. That will give me 16 ingots worth of copper. So smeltery is really important because it doubles your resources. Now, as you can see, I have 9 ingots and 6 nuggets worth of aluminum, or copper, I mean. But it mixed with the aluminum and gave me 25 ingots and 3 nuggets worth of molten aluminum brass. So I'm going to throw in the rest of my aluminum, and that's going to give me a lot of this molten aluminum brass. I'm going to need that for 2 things. The first thing I'm going to need that for is making casts of different things. And we have some copper still. And it does matter how this is layered. Aluminum brass, it has to be on the bottom to use it. And I will show you. Just at the moment, I'm going to take 2 of these casting tables. I will upgrade this later, and 2 of the casting basins. And once you have it set up like this, you right click the faucet and you can see it pouring out. You can right click here too. But the cool thing about this, to make casts, you put something on the table and you right click it. And once it cools, you have a cast. So I made an ingot cast. But from here into the casting basins, you get blocks. So now I have a block of aluminum brass, which equals 9 ingots. But I'm going to save that for right now because I'm going to do something with that momentarily. Let's see how much we have left. We have 26 ingots worth left. 7 ingots of copper. Now you can take, I need to make a copper ingot, so that has to be on the bottom. You put your cast down, you right click it, and you get an ingot. I needed copper because our ripper is broken and he needs to be repaired. And there we go. I'm going to need 1 more copper ingot. And of course, ingots make nuggets. I'm going to use nuggets to repair him now. Apparently I can't. Oh well, we'll run out here and we'll put it back into an ingot shape. In a lot of mod packs you can use nuggets to repair your items, but apparently here you can't. And like I said before, uh, to repair items, you just go like this. We need all of these repaired because I'm going to upgrade them here shortly. And in order to do that, I have a lot more aluminum ore. So I'm going to put a bunch of aluminum in there. To make as much of the aluminum brass as we can. Because I'm going to use the aluminum brass to make our upgraded tool station. I need 3 more blocks of aluminum brass. Wait for them to cool. Pop them out. I need 1 more. Alright, now we have 4. Let me run back to the house and sleep again. That's the last thing we need is a creeper coming by and blowing up our newly built smeltery, huh? And we're going to need to make a couple more things. So I need to grab some stuff. Well, we're going to need our tool station. I'll go ahead and I'll make our upgraded tool station now. Turn it into a tool forge. We need a tool station in there. 3 seared bricks across the top. And metal blocks. And that gives us a tool forge. The difference is, and I'll show you here real quick. The tool station allows you to make these tools here. These are your basic tools. You have your pick, shovel, hatchet, mattock. This is like a hatchet, a shovel, and a hoe all combined into one tool. Really handy. Broadsword, longsword, rapier, dagger. These are different types of swords right here. Pan. It's pretty cool. It's a weapon, but you can also right click to put it down and you can cook stuff in it. Battle sign. It's another type of weapon. Haven't really used it. Chisel. Carved shapes into blocks. You can make a short bow, arrows, throwing knife, and javelins. That's with your tool station. Now with your tool forge, you can make more advanced weapons. Hammer, lumber axe, excavator, scythe, cleaver, battle axe, longbow, crossbow, crossbow bolts, shuriken, which is a throwing weapon. Then here it has your the rest of your basic weapons. So, alright, now I wanted to make those, and I'm going to have to repair my pick again, but that's just the stuff I wanted to show you about the tool forge and why it was important to get it. But right now I'm just going to throw him here. I'm going to bring the rest of our smeltery stuff out here and put it, or the rest of our tinker stuff, like tool stick or the pattern builder, part builder, stencil table, and pattern chest. Alright, now we have copper and aluminum brass. And we have some cobblestone. So what I think I'll do is I'm going to go out. I know I'm doing a lot of running around, guys, and I'm sorry. But I'm gonna come back here, and I'm gonna grab the rest of the stuff that we need real quick here, because we're gonna need it to upgrade our tools. And yes, now I have to repair my hatchet and my pick again, but that's okay. Just gonna punch a hole there. Put our pattern chest down, our part builder, stencil table. Now we have everything here that we need to make some more weapons and tools. Okay. The reason why I did that is because we need to make some stuff here to upgrade our weapons. To upgrade our shovel, we need a shovel head. We're going to need a pickaxe head. Stone binding. Stone tool rod. An axe head. Full guard. And we need one more stencil. Sword blade. Now, out of cobblestone, you can't use these cobblestone pieces or stone pieces to make any of your tools. However, what you can do with them is put them down on the casting table, pour aluminum brass over them to get your cast. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make the rest of the casts here. Real quick. And I'm also going to show you something else too. In making your casts, if you mess up and make a cast that you don't want, I'm just going to make 2 of these because I am going to need this cast. If you screw up and make casts you don't want like this, right, you can throw them back in and they will remelt back down into what they're made of, like a molten aluminum brass. Now, to make casts, you do need to either use gold, which is expensive, and then you can make out of aluminum brass. Now, I was going to say something else about those casts, but kind of forgot what I was thinking. Um, it'll come back to me, I'm sure. Anyhow, well, we need to repair our items. I need some flint because I made these out of flint. I'm going to upgrade all of these to a different material. And one of them I want to make out of obsidian. Now, in order to do that, I'm going to need to do something a little different. I cannot mine obsidian right now. However, I can make obsidian thanks to ex nihilo. Now, I'm going to make it over here because there's not really a big reason why I shouldn't. Because I do need obsidian. I'll grab that lava. I'm going to throw the lava in there. And thanks to ex nihilo, I'll put water over that. And obsidian. Voila. You can melt obsidian in your smeltery. It just takes a while. While that is going, I want to make these things, the parts that we need, out of I think we're just going to use iron for right now. Hold on guys, let me grab some food. That'll do for now. See, is our obsidian smelted yet? No, not yet. What I can do is throw the pattern down, and it has smelted. I have 2 ingots worth now. First thing I want to do, obsidian pickhead. Then we're going to run back and sleep again real quick. Boy, these days seem to be going by really quick. As you can see, I've leveled up some of the tools. Hopefully that didn't give a chance for creepers to spawn. But in order to upgrade our tools, go to the tool forge. You put your tool in that you want. It's going to be our flint pickaxe. We put our replacement in, and that will turn it into an obsidian pickaxe with a mining level of obsidian. Now we can go and harvest much more materials like redstone and stuff, because I am going to need a lot of redstone. Now let's see what we have in our smeltery. We still have 1 ingot of obsidian left, and I think I'm just going to pull that out as an ingot, and I will keep this on hand to repair our pick when we need it. But we have reinforced 5 now, which is going to make that pick last a long time. Now we're going to throw in all of our iron. And since they are already in ingot form, because I found them, we're doing a little exploring. I found a couple chests that had a bunch of metals and stuff in it. I'm gonna make the rest of our tools. I'm just gonna upgrade the rest of our tools into iron for the time being. I'm gonna go here and grab this and this out. I'm gonna make a chest over here to put all of our um, tinker stuff in. Make a double chest. We used our pickaxe head, so I'm just gonna throw that in there. Our iron is all smelted, which is good. Now let's see, sword blade and full guard axe head. Shovel and binding. Alright, now we just repeat the process. Put the sword in, put the piece in that we want. Did I make a sword blade? I don't believe I made a sword blade. Whoops. Huh. Alright, now sword blade, and now you see how it changed. And now we're going to put our hatchet in here. Give it an iron head. We've got our pick done. Now you see how it changes? I grabbed that out of there before you could really see. You put it in, watch over here. It might change a little bit. Guess it didn't. And that's how you repair and upgrade your tinker's tools. Later on, I am going to automate a lot of stuff with our smeltery. But for right now, excuse me. But for right now, that's going to pretty much do it for that part of our smeltery. Another cool thing about a smeltery is I've got a lot of stuff here. But if I put glass in, it will melt down glass. It will melt down regular glass. And I put in 12 pieces. Once that melts down, it takes a minute or two. But once that melts down, it's going to melt down into something really cool that I love to use. And I'm going to be doing a lot of this to finish our factory here. It gives a much better looking, aesthetically looking glass. And it also gives you a glass that you can break and pick back up and reuse without having to have a silken touch pickaxe. molten glass. We'll make sure that's on the bottom. But for this, you have to put it in casting basins. It gives you clear glass. See? Much better looking glass. And now, like I said, you can break it, pick it back up, place it again. It gives you a glass that you don't have to worry about. If we've all done it. We've taken a piece of glass and we've stuck it someplace we didn't want it. Had to break it and wasted a piece of glass. Now if you stick this, like I want to put it here, right? I accidentally put it there. Whoops. Oh well, I can just break it, pick it back up, place it again. I really love that. It's a really good thing. And like I said, it's much clearer to look out of. And we still have 8 blocks of it left. So now that we've got that done, I'll talk to you a little bit more about like your metals versus ingots. If you have a mod pack where if you have mod pack that gives you more than one type of the same material, you can put it all into a smeltery and it will all melt down into one type. It won't differentiate once it's in here. It'll all just be molten copper. Then when we pull the copper out, oops, let me grab the ingot cast to show you. It'll melt down. We'll just give it a second here for it to melt down and I'll show you what I mean. It basically turns like 3 different types of copper into Tinker's Construct copper. Which Tinker's Construct stuff, if you've ever used it before, you know that you can use it in all instances where you need copper. And you can make blocks out of it that are worth 9 ingots. We'll give that a second to melt down here. And pour out and then harden. And you pull it out and block of copper. I've got a bunch of copper in here, so I don't want to throw my aluminum in there because I'll get more aluminum brass. I will throw my copper in there and let that smelt down. Now, since we have some upgraded tools and such, I'm going to run to the farms here real quick. There's some wheat. Make a little bit of bread. Run back to our house and sleep. And then we're going to take a short adventure because I found something really cool. That I want to show you guys. See off in the distance there, the three question marks? Yeah, I did a little bit of exploring and I found a couple things that are really cool. Oh, I built a tree chopper here, which is giving me rubber wood, which you break down into jungle wood, which is what I'm making our little factory out of. But like I said before, I did a little bit of exploring, trying to find some cool stuff, and I found something really kind of cool. We're gonna devote some time to it, probably in another episode, and we're gonna run here so we can get out to it and back real quick. And yeah, the jungle trees, I found the jungle trees over here, so I chopped a couple of them down, got a couple saplings. I found a cave here. I couldn't do anything with it because I didn't have tools, didn't have the right kind of tools. And over here I found a bunch of horses. Yes, eventually here we're going to tame one. I'm kind of thinking of this one or that black and gray one over there. I like the look of those. And sometimes you find this gravel laying around. I couldn't get this before because I didn't have a shovel that would do it. But now we have an upgraded shovel, so I can grab that iron. That's free iron. And we're going to keep going. It's off this way. Part of it is right around here somewhere. Oh, chestnuts. I'm going to grab those. That's another food source. You can also mix these. See if I can get a sapling real quick. You take a chestnut, put it in your crafting table, put a sapling with it. Now I have a chestnut sapling. I can grow those when I get back home, and that will give us another food source. 20 blocks away. First I discovered it on that side, but there's a ravine here. I don't know how far down this. Oh, there it goes. It took a minute for it to load in. But yeah, I found this ravine. And look at all the surface ores. Man, that is just fantastic. Iron there. Looks like Certus quartz there. Some coal. Some other ores. More Certus quartz. Copper. Salt, which is you can use that for different cooking stuff. And it looks like tin or aluminum. But yeah, there's just a lot of ores there that we're going to explore and obtain. But that will be for another episode. Oh, there's a zombie. Let's try our new sword out. Not bad. Plus 7 damage. Oh, another zombie. Oh boy. Zombie head. I don't have any torches, so we can't go too far. Ha. Oh, that's neat. A little shortcut through the mountain. Thought I heard another zombie growling in there, but... Oh, there's another cave system here. That's neat. It looks like these are just mostly shortcuts. This one goes on down this way. It'd be really cool if we could find a spawner. Oh, looks like that just dead ends there. Alright, nothing too exciting there, guys, unfortunately. Let's check out this branch of it real quick. And that just zips to the other side. Oh well. We'll get out of here and we'll head back home. But yeah, that's pretty much... I wanted to take this episode to show you guys how to do the Tinker's Construct stuff. And there's a lot more to it that I'll get into in another episode, like adding modifiers and stuff to your weapons, and the different kind of modifiers. But yeah, that's the really good thing about Tinker's Construct is It gives you the ability to modify your tools, which is something I believe that vanilla Minecraft should. Sorry, I lost control of the mouse there for a second. Vanilla Minecraft should have been able to allow you to do is to make your weapons and tools and to add different things to them. It just adds a lot more playability to an already awesome game. So, yeah, during the night, I was fighting some stuff to get some bone meal to make crucibles with, and I had to run in with a couple creepers. No, I didn't die this time, but and there's another creeper hole down here somewhere. Anyhow, but yeah, that's what happened there. It wasn't a rocket creeper this time, it was just a regular creeper. But he still blew up. And another thing I did is I came down this way. I'm gonna grab that Certus quartz since we're right there. Eat a couple more pieces of bread. Eat all of our bread. And I'm gonna make toast, which is better. It's Pam's Harvest Craft. It adds a lot of different foods. I discovered this place. As you can see, I've done some mining, but I didn't have an upgraded tool, so I couldn't get the good stuff like iron, and I discovered rubies somewhere right over there. That looks like a treasure slime down there, but I'm not gonna worry about it too much. Oh no! Phew! That was a derpy moment. I don't have anything to block up with. I'll grab this iron. Throw that in our smeltery. One thing we don't have a lot of yet is iron, but now we have the ability to mine it. And I believe we can also mine redstone when we find it, which is going to be really cool because I'm going to need redstone because I'm going to be building some machines. And that's when the fun's really going to start, guys. Oh wow, our pick leveled up and now we can mine ardite with it. That is absolutely amazing. I couldn't mine tin before either. No, we also have luck now. That's like your vanilla enchant of it's like a fortune enchant, which is really cool for mining coal, redstone, lapis, diamond. Which we haven't found diamond yet either, guys. Or else I would have recorded that and showed you guys. But I wouldn't have been able to mine it yet. But now we can. Just gonna grab these metals right here. And that will give us the ability to just kind of nerd pull up. I want to grab that ruby. Silver. That is immersive engineering silver. I'll grab this ruby. Don't know what it's for, but it's silver. I wasn't planning on doing a mining trip with you guys today, but that happens sometimes, huh? Grab this ruby. almost at a height where we can get out of here. Just go over here, back into our mine. Now we'll get out of here. But yeah, I wanted to show you guys those awesome ravines that I found. And there's also something else that I found while I was down in there, but we're going to save that for another episode. We're going to do a little bit of exploring here pretty soon now that we have some better weapons. And I believe I found either an abandoned mine shaft or an ender fortress. Either way, that's going to be pretty awesome to go explore and find out what's in there. But between episodes, I'm going to do some more mining and maybe make some armor and do a lot of prep work for a lot of things that I'm going to share with you guys in this series. And I'm really excited about this series. I hope you are too. And again, those of you that watch my series devotedly, I want to thank all of you. And make sure you hit that like button when you watch it. That's really important. That helps my channel a lot. And of course, if you're new, welcome. If you like my series, hit the subscribe button. You're more than welcome to leave comments. Leave it in your comments if there's something in particular you want me to build, or anything in particular you want me to make. Between episodes, I'm going to make some more of the tinker tools. There's a couple things that I want to get, and I might wait and share those with you guys, the creation of them. But the next thing I'm going to make is I'm going to make a tinker's hammer, and those are 3x3 mining area. So like when you hit to break something like that, instead of breaking just one, it'll break an area like 1, 2, 3. It would if this was stone, it would mine this whole 9 blocks right here. Those are awesome. But if you want me to name it, leave a name in the comment for the hammer, and I'll pick the one that I like the best, and I'll put a sign up or something, and I'll name the hammer the name you want me to name it. And yeah, I think that'd be really cool. And of course, I'll mention you in the video. And thank you guys very much for all of your support watching it and commenting and everything. And I will catch you on the flip side.